Why Marcus Rashford was selected for Manchester United squad against Newcastle. Marcus Rashford made his return to the Manchester United squad for the Premier League clash against Newcastle, taking a spot on the bench for the Monday night match. Manager Ruben Amorim shed light on Rashford's inclusion, emphasising that he's available to be chosen. The England international's presence on the bench marks his first involvement since the Europa League victory over Victoria Plzen on December 12. Having been absent from the last 4 matchday squads, Rashford recently expressed to journalist Henry Winter that he is ready for a new challenge and the next steps. Given the team's current struggles with injuries and suspensions, Amorim's decision to reinstate Rashford could be seen as a strategic move. Speaking to Sky Sports before kickoff, Amorim stated, "Selection is key. We have many players unavailable, and he's training every week. I choose my players, and this time he's here to be selected." With Bruno Fernandes serving a suspension, Joshua Zirkzee stepped into the attack, supporting Rasmus Højlund and Ahmad in the forward line. Ahmad has previously been utilised as a right-back during Amorim's brief tenure, raising questions about the tactical choices made by the manager. When asked about this strategy, Amorim explained, "Sometimes it's about making the team more compact, especially for set pieces and trying different approaches. We beat City that way, and I believe it helps us maintain possession and control matches better." He added, "I think Ahmad in this position could be a viable option, but given our current roster, we need a left-footed player in that forward role. I aim to strengthen the team based on the overall strategy and utilize the unique qualities of each player. Incorporating Rashford back into the mix not only adds depth to the squad but also showcases United's adaptability in challenging times. The fans will be eager to see how this decision plays out on the pitch as they seek to regain momentum." As the match against Newcastle approached, the spotlight was on Marcus Rashford, not just as a player returning from absence, but as a potential catalyst for Manchester United's revival. With the team grappling with key injuries and suspensions, his reintroduction into the squad came at a crucial time. Fans were eager to see if Rashford could recapture his form and provide the spark that the squad desperately needed. Amorim's strategy highlighted the need for flexibility in the lineup, particularly with Bruno Fernandes sidelined. Zirkzee's inclusion in the attack demonstrated the manager's willingness to experiment and adapt tactics based on available personnel. The decision to utilize Ahmad in a more defensive role further indicated a shift in how United might approach matches, prioritizing a solid structure while seeking to exploit the pace and creativity of their forwards in transition. Rashford's return also raised questions about the long-term plans for the squad. With his future at the club uncertain and the transfer window looming, his performance against Newcastle could significantly influence both his own career trajectory and United's transfer strategy. A strong showing could lead to more playing time and bolster his position within the team, while any signs of struggle might prompt the club to consider reinforcements in January. Moreover, the manager's comments about player selection resonated beyond just Rashford. It emphasized the importance of maintaining a competitive squad depth, particularly in a grueling Premier League season. Fans and analysts alike will be watching how players adapt to Amorim's tactics and the potential ripple effects on team morale and cohesion. As the match unfolded, the atmosphere at Old Trafford was charged with anticipation. United supporters were hopeful that Rashford, along with the newly configured lineup, could rise to the occasion and deliver a much-needed victory. The outcome would not only impact the current campaign but could also set the tone for the remainder of the season. The implications of Rashford's performance could extend into the transfer market discussions as well. Should he rediscover his form, it might reduce the urgency for United to pursue attacking options in January. Conversely, a lackluster display could reinforce the need for reinforcements, making it imperative for the club to strategize effectively in the upcoming window. Ultimately, the match against Newcastle was more than just a fixture, it was a pivotal moment that could shape the futures of several players and the overall direction of Manchester United. The pressure was on, and all eyes were on Rashford to see if he could rise to the occasion and reclaim his spot as a key figure in the club's resurgence. Highlights and reactions from Manchester United vs Newcastle as Reds suffer 4th consecutive defeat. In a disappointing turn of events, Manchester United fell to a 2-0 defeat against Newcastle United at Old Trafford on Monday night, marking their 4th straight loss. This defeat further solidifies their struggles, as the goals from Alexander Isak and Joe Linton within the first 20 minutes set the tone for a comfortable victory for the visitors. Newcastle's explosive start forced manager Ruben Amorim to make an early substitution, bringing Kobbie Mainoo on for Joshua Zirkzee, who was met with boos from the crowd as his number was announced. Despite a determined effort in the second half, United's hopes for a comeback dwindled, with their best chance coming from a Harry Maguire header that struck the post. The Reds have now lost 5 of their last 6 Premier League matches and have failed to find the net in their last 3 league outings. As 2024 comes to a close, United fans are eager to turn the page, but the new year kicks off with a daunting trip to league leaders Liverpool on Sunday. Amram expresses shame over United's position. Following the defeat, Ruben Amorim openly admitted his embarrassment over the team's current standing, sitting just 7 points above the relegation zone at the season's halfway mark. "Yes, I feel ashamed," he said. "It's partly my fault at this moment because the team isn't improving. It feels a bit lost, and it's embarrassing to be the manager of Manchester United while we're losing so many games. We must confront these tough moments head-on. When faced with such challenges, especially in big clubs, you work hard to turn things around, even when time for basic training is limited." Report: United season takes a turn for the worse against Newcastle. The only moment of celebration for United fans came with the substitution of the out-of-sorts Xerxes. While frustration mounted with Andre Onana's delays, Xerxes faced particular ire for his lackluster performance. His removal in the 33rd minute was met with loud applause, a stark contrast to the boos that greeted his earlier play. As Xerxes exited, he received a pat from Amorim before heading toward the tunnel, where mixed reactions awaited him. Some clapped, but others turned to jeers. He returned later to a more diplomatic reception, yet the discontent in the stands was palpable. This dissatisfaction extended even to Marcus Rashford, who had publicly expressed his desire to leave the club. Rashford faced humiliation of his own as he was substituted for Antony, further fueling the frustrations of the supporters. Player ratings: a disheartening performance from United. The match concluded a dismal year for United, with the team closing 2024 on a low note against Newcastle. Here's a glimpse of how chief writer Samuel Luckhurst rated the players on a scale of 0 to 10. Andre Onana conceded 2 goals from crosses in the opening 20 minutes. Managed to claim 1 corner but struggled overall. Rating: 5 Matthijs de Ligt His reputation did not improve with this performance. United lacked pace and creativity with him in the lineup. Rating: for Harry Maguire failed to mark Alexander Isak effectively, allowing the early goal that set the tone for the match. Rating: for as Manchester United reflects on yet another disappointing outing, the road ahead looks challenging. With crucial fixtures looming, the team must regroup and find a way to reclaim their form before the season slips further away. Manchester United season descends into farce against Newcastle. In a predictably dismal display, Manchester United succumbed to a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Newcastle United at Old Trafford, marking yet another brutal night for manager Ruben Amorim. The only moment of celebration for United fans came with the substitution of an out-of-sorts player, underscoring the team's ongoing struggles. Frustration boiled over as supporters vented their anger at Andre Onana for his slow play, but their ire quickly shifted to Joshua Xerxes. Constantly caught flat-footed, Xerxes' removal in the 33rd minute was met with loud applause. Amorim offered a brief consolation pat, but as Xerxes headed towards the tunnel, he faced a chorus of boos. Although he later returned to muted applause, the treatment he received was among the harshest ever directed at a United player. Many fans, in hindsight, may regret their reaction when the dust settles. The atmosphere in the Stretford End during half-time, as they sang Amorim's Red and White Army, reflected a mixture of discontent and support. Despite some boos, there was a notable backing for the team. Kobbie Mainoo's introduction for Xerxes sparked 2 promising chances for Rasmus Højlund and Casemiro in a first half that largely flattered United. As they attacked the Stretford End in the second half, the noise grew, yet the match ended with United respectfully losing to a 5th-placed Newcastle in a contest that highlighted their fall from grace. Fans accepted this painful reality, but it was brutal. Xerxes' exit disrupted Newcastle's rhythm, and Harry Maguire nearly equalised with a header that hit the post early in the second half. Matthijs de Ligt's follow-up was blocked, yet the Stretford End grew louder, as Maguire, de Ligt, and Lainery Euro were the closest to scoring. It marked the first time since last December that United had gone 3 matches without finding the net. In a club where everything that can go wrong often does, new records fell. United now faces 3 consecutive league defeats for the first time since December 2015, 5 losses in 6 matches for the first time since May 1989, and 3 straight home losses since the 1978-79 season. They sit just 7 points above the relegation zone. As Newcastle supporters chanted, "Say hello to Sunderland," the gravity of the situation became clear. United now need 18 more points to reach the magical 40 that guarantees safety, a tall order in their next 19 matches. A few fans left their seats after Alexander Isak put Newcastle ahead in the 4th minute, never to return. While they were in the minority, it highlighted the disillusionment sweeping through Old Trafford, where smiles are scarce. Amorim was crouched in despair just 40 seconds into the match. 3 minutes later, the team was already trailing. The initial applause for Ahmad's tackle on Isak quickly turned into groans directed at Højlund. Isak, a £63 million recruit for Newcastle, shone in stark contrast to the £64 million United spent on Højlund, who has proven to be less effective. Amorim had to reprimand Højlund for failing to rise high enough, a clear sign that the expectations placed on him are not being met. With Isak tallying 12 goals in the Premier League against Højlund's mere 2, the call for a proven striker will only grow louder unless the United management makes a decisive move in the January transfer window. Amorim made a glaring mistake by omitting Mainoo from the starting lineup. With a front line lacking spine, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Xerxes, Ahmad, and Højlund, United struggled for control, with Mainoo having shown potential in earlier appearances. The Newcastle lineup showcased options that highlighted United's deficiencies. Lewis Hall, who had previously excelled against United, added an assist with ease. The match was so one-sided that Sandro Tonali could afford to push the referee, and Isak, in a moment of complacency, squandered a clear chance against Onana. Isak's error was soon forgotten as Joe Linton headed in from another cross, leaving United to lament yet another defensive lapse. Tonali nearly made it 3, hitting the post, prompting disbelief among journalists in attendance. Despite the bleak situation, arguably the worst United side since Dennis Law's era, they still instilled fear at Old Trafford. In 2018, Newcastle led 2-0 at the same ground before succumbing to a 3-2 defeat, but this time they emerged victorious. United's only previous league win at home against Newcastle since 1974 came under David Moyes, but now they have secured a second. Before kickoff, the Old Trafford Pennsylvania played Daydream Believer, inviting fans to sing along, but the mood quickly soured as reality set in. Newcastle now sits 9 places and 10 points ahead of United, relishing their triumph while the home fans confronted their grim fate. Amid chants mocking United, Ahmad was derided as the sad Maccabee ******* D, and cries of "sacked in the morning" rang out. For Alan Shearer, who never won at Old Trafford during his playing career, this match will be a celebration. The contrast between Newcastle's resurgence and United's decline has never been more stark.